everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Fourtress of, a podcast about movies and TV shows and video games and lots of pop culture and nerd things. My name is Oscar. I'll be one of your hosts today, and with me, per usual, are all of your other hosts. The whole gang is here.
Yay!
Spoilers for our free-for-all. Happy 1 year anniversary, guys.
Woo!
Hey.
We're here.
We made it.
Past 1 year of the podcast.
Holy cow.
Today is the week to celebrate it.
Awesome.
So we got everyone here. We got Alex, Brian, and Devin. Full crew. It's a packed show.
Wait, so is this the 1 year anniversary of our first episode that premiered?
Yeah. Our first
Wow.
episode premiered on July 21st. So technically last week's, the 50th episode, was a day early. So we postponed it to here. And also, because luckily everyone's here, so it's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Awesome.
I can't believe how fast time is flying.
I
Yeah.
know. It's crazy. Crazy. When we first started, Alex, you didn't have a baby.
A lot is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Changing world. COVID's about the same.
right. We'll get to that later in the show. So with that, this week, because Comic-Con was a big deal and a lot of crap happened, we're gonna do one of our like news heavy, big free news talk / main topic. So
News talk.
guys, we're trapped in a fortress. This fortress is very newsy because we're in the fortress of.
A lot of Marvel
Comic-Con.
stuff.
Comic-Con.
A Comic-Con that's been
2022.
invaded by Hollywood and doesn't have any comics, as we were talking about.
Yeah, very.
That's not what comics are anymore. Comics are movies.
Comics and movies.
Mm-hmm.
2022.
Yeah, we're doing San Diego Comic-Con is back.
They took what, a 2 years break?
I think 2 year. I don't even think maybe they did like a virtual thing in 2020, but I don't think so. Or last year, I don't think so.
Brought it back just in time for that BA5.
Yeah, Marvel brought the heat in a way that we'll talk about. So yeah, we're gonna be covering a lot of the major stuff that they're doing. It's still technically on right now, but no one does nothing on Sunday. It's a kind of a calm day, so it's fine.
Who goes on Sunday? Is it like E3 when it's like, Sony gets their day, like Xbox gets their day?
I feel like
stuff
Saturday's the big day. Saturday was DC and Marvel
Right.
day, and then there was some stuff on Friday that was pretty big. But Sunday's usually like everyone's winding down. The end of
Just
the day
like maybe like Dark Horse Comics, maybe like Hellboy goes today or something.
yeah.
Hey, man, new comic's going to be great.
I guess this spoilers for all of the MCU, probably a lot of DC stuff. Like we're gonna be talking about a lot of that stuff, so just be aware, and we'll try to do our best in them time codes. Also, if you want to skip to any particular trailer or topic of Comic-Con, it's all down there as well. With that, let's just start off with, because there's the least amount of stuff with DC. They had their small stuff on Saturday. We got our first trailer for Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
I'm actually really hype about this. I really liked the first Shazam movie. I thought it was like
Yeah.
a wonderful surprise smash hit. It was
Mhm.
hilarious,
Yeah.
action packed, and pretty well written.
A breath of fresh air. in the genre.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be that entertaining. So I'm excited for this new one. It looks pretty epic.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm curious how they're gonna do the dynamic with him and the family, but it looks like I like that it's gonna
Yeah.
be that they're involved, because I feel like a lot of these where they do something like that in the first one and they give everybody powers, and then the second time it's like, oh, they're all off in Europe or China or something, and I have to do this all on my own. But it looks like they're gonna be involved.
Everybody went to Florida.
Yeah, so it looks like they're gonna be involved here, which is good. And also Helen Mirren.
Helen
So,
Mirren and
go wrong.
Lucy Liu. I'm very
Lucy
excited.
Liu.
I don't remember the last time I saw Lucy Liu in a movie, so I'm very excited to see her again.
I would say early 2000s, 2008, probably at
Yeah.
the latest.
Yeah, she and Cameron Diaz coming out of retirement. I forget what movie Cameron Diaz is in right now, or
Oh, wow.
about to be in. Yeah, she retired in 2014. I think
Yeah, long time.
she's coming out for maybe it's a Netflix movie or
The
something.
Mask 3.
Oh, not a Netflix movie.
It's
Don't come out of
something, it's
retirement for
something.
that.
I
Oh,
can't
no.
remember. I'll report back later.
Yeah, I mean, some of the I'm kind of excited. Obviously Shazam got a new suit. It's less muscly, so it looks like they're going away from like the kitty of the fake muscles on
Oh,
him.
I
It still
didn't
looks
even
good
notice
though. It's a little more streamlined.
Yeah, suit definitely looks better.
Are they fake muscles? Is that like CGI muscles for that adult actor, or is he really packing that heat?
In the first movie, yes, that's completely over the top fake muscles.
Oh,
In this
wow.
one, I don't think so. It looks a little trimmer,
Interesting.
but it works in that because he's a kid, so it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I one thing I did notice is like, DC, what is this world and what are you doing when they show the Flash and Batman and Aquaman in the beginning, and it's like Are any of these heroes actually gonna in any of like is any of this connected? No, not really. But it's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Do you guys think that we're gonna see any kind of connection to any kind of greater universe in this
No.
movie or in any of these
No.
DC movies right now?
Probably
Nah.
not.
I think they're still trying to figure out what they want to do
Nah.
with any of that.
Maybe because Black Adam will have already come out. Maybe you'll get a Black Adam cameo post credit in this because this doesn't come out till next year. So
Yeah,
maybe
and we know that they are like rivals or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna fight each other.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
some
Shazam
point.
and Black Adam got to fight at some point.
Yeah, but they already stated
Right.
at the Black Adam like Q&A or whatever that Black Adam will not know who Superman or Shazam is by the end of his movie.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be very self-contained, which is stupid, but
we
whatever.
know we won't see him in Black Adam, but maybe we'll see Black Adam a little bit in Shazam somewhere.
So we'll casually throw in
Yeah.
Dr. Fate, but he won't be involved with the Justice League at all.
I
you
know,
It's
right?
like-
Right.
Yeah, DC's a mess. But what else is new?
Yeah. The other thing in this trailer, when he's talking to the pediatrician and you pan over to that room of like toys and shit, there is, I'm pretty sure, an Annabelle doll, which I'm
Yes.
assuming is like maybe the director just
Yeah.
like threw it in there because it's funny, but that is fucking terrifying. If you have a child in there and that doll is just sitting there.
Yeah, I saw that. That
Don't
was
fuck with that.
scary.
But other than that, I think it looks fun. It didn't give you much, but it looks like more Shazam, so it's probably gonna be a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Listen, this is DC's best property right now. They better coddle this shit like a baby, or
Yeah.
they're in some trouble if this one
Mhm.
ends up tanking. Because Wonder Woman already did it, so
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Be a real shame if they pulled a Wonder Woman 1984 and just took a really good thing and just ruined it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a good chance it's not gonna be great. You know, the history of sequels are usually not better than the original, so
fair.
we'll
True.
see.
Yeah, we'll see. So excited though. So excited to see the whole Shazam family
Mhm.
in there. And then more DC stuff. Yeah, Black Adam had a thing, and quite the opposite to the Rock's shirtless Summer Game Fest promo. That was the laziest thing. He showed up as Black Adam
Full garb.
and just descended from the sky, I think, and with lightning and stuff, which is very funny.
Oh my god. They had like a big screen just doing lightning behind him. It looked so goofy, like, but probably very cool if you were there.
Yeah, I'm sure it was
Right.
pretty epic in person. And that sounds
Yeah.
pretty
I am so tired of The Rock, and it's making me super biased about anything that he does now, which I feel bad about.
neat.
But I think a man needs to
Yeah.
take a little bit of a hiatus because I don't care about this movie at all, and I think it's his fault.
Oh, 100%.
He advertises so heavy so often that it's like
Mhm.
I've been hearing about this movie what feels like forever.
Yeah.
And it's coming out
Yeah.
the same time a lot of other movies are coming out that I haven't even seen like, more than one trailer for. Like this is ridiculous how much I've heard about Black Adam and still don't even know what the fuck it's about.
DC's just really excited that they got The Rock, like a bona
I guess
fide
so.
A-lister, to be in
Yeah.
their movies, and now it's like they just got to milk it for all they can.
Watching this like new sneak peek, which is just more of what we've kind of already seen, I felt bad. I was like, is it bad that the thing I'm most excited about this Egyptian god movie is the white dude that looks like Colonel Sanders with Pierce Brosnan? Like, I'm so excited for Dr. Fate in this movie, and I feel bad about it. And it's just because I know what I'm getting with The Rock, Like I know what
That's
to
fair.
expect at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it still looks like I'm excited for all of the other supporting cast besides him. Mostly, I'm excited for Hawkman. He looks cool. Atom Smasher, the fake Ant-Man, looks dope. Like all of that stuff looks cool. It's just The Rock's got to be the lead, and that's what's killing me.
Right. I think that's what's messing me up too. And then he's so The Rock that I feel like he can't even get upstaged by the rest of his cast, even though maybe he needs to in this movie
Right.
for it to be successul. But
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think there's a chance that Pierce Brosnan might be the hidden gem in this movie.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
potentially.
he's still supposed to like in the lore of the comics, he's still supposed to be like the villain or an anti-hero, right? So
Yeah.
that'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see how he portrays that kind of a
Right.
archetype.
And that's the thing. The
Right.
Rock would be so good at that too, but I feel like he's not going to go as hard into it as he could.
He'll be like teetering the fence, for sure.
Yeah.
I was
Mhm.
watching old Rock clips
Yes.
a couple days
like,
ago, and
please,
they're pretty
Rock.
good from WWE.
I would love to see him
Oh,
like
yeah.
talk some smack. Like you come in here and don't even have the class to introduce yourself. What is your name? And then
He should've
Shazam's like,
just done
well,
that.
That would have been amazing. I would pay
it doesn't
good money
matter
for that.
what your name is. And then he just shocks him with
Right.
lightning.
He fucking people's elbows Shazam.
But he's not going to do that. It's going to be sad.
Yeah,
He's
I
just
don't
gonna
know.
advertise Zoa Energy in the middle of the camera for 2 hours
Oh,
and
yeah.
15 minutes.
I'm hoping the movie's at least entertaining. That's
Yeah.
kind of all I'm hoping for. And it
Mhm.
seems to be, if the action's good, I think it'll be all right. And like Brian was saying, we already know Superman and Shazam are not in this movie. And I do like people booed him at his at his own panel. People booed him when he said that Superman isn't in this movie. They
Oh,
straight up
no.
booed his ass because he was teasing that Superman might be in it. And then they did not let him get away with it.
Because of course everyone
Oh,
said to be
no.
Henry Cavill still, and he was just like, "Well, I don't know if Superman and Black Adam could go toe to toe. I guess it depends on who plays him." And then everyone's like, "Boo! That's
Right.
stupid. Shut up." That's
That's
He
funny.
just wants to be the best, the most powerful person and everything. So,
Yeah.
that's how it goes. But yeah, that's coming out soon in October. So we'll see more of that later. And then this is real quick, not even part of their DC stuff, but they pretty much confirmed the Snyderverse is dead, which is sad for me, but also makes sense because
It makes the Justice League Snyderverse movie so sad because they alluded to so many things that could happen that we knew that it would never happen,
Yeah.
but also still hurt to know that, like,
it
for
hurt
sure.
because that was actually kind of exciting, and
Right.
it's like this was you were on a good track at finally, and now you're cutting it off.
I wonder if that's Zack Snyder saying like I'm done with this, or if it's DC, the company, being like we're not going to use you as a creator anymore.
Right. I bet you it's probably like a combination of both, where it's like Warner Brothers is like we're done, and Snyder's like, all right, I'm happy. Like I at least got to finish this. But
Right.
also, if they gave him the money and time, he would do it. I bet.
He's gonna write a whole script for the next one and then just release it on Reddit or something. Just be like,
Release
this is
it
what
on
it
Reddit.
would be, guys.
It's gonna be a
if-
comic book. I bet you they'll make it. They'll turn it into a
Ooh.
comic book.
That'd be cool.
So that's pretty much DC's big news. They they didn't have that big of an outing. Not
Wah,
surprised
wah.
that they didn't show the Flash because they're trying to avoid that for now.
because they still can't find Ezra
Ooh.
Miller as we.
Yeah,
It was
for
still
the
awkward that he was in that
panel
Shazam
appearance?
trailer. It was pretty awkward.
Yeah, when did that happen? The Ezra Miller panel appearance. We need to see that, right? That's
It was so fast because he's the Flash. You missed it.
Ooh, got him.
he actually came and showed up, but then the FBI arrested him.
No. He had to zoom out of there.
He was
Yeah.
supposed to have a panel appearance.
No.
Damn, I was waiting in line for a signature and everything. This sucks for me.
He just gets dragged up by some agents. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus. They finally found him. And they're like, now's our chance. All right. Moving on to the next big studio, Marvel. But they had two separate panels. They had an animation panel, which we'll cover first because there's a couple small things, not so much footage. But they did show the quick teaser for the I Am Groot, which it looks, the one word, adorable. It looks adorable.
Yeah,
That's all I can say.
I'm really excited for this. I wish that my daughter Cleo was older so we could enjoy it together, but that's fine. I'm gonna have a lot of fun watching this.
Yeah, 5 shorts. That's perfect. Like
Yeah.
the perfect amount of time. Just real quick shorts. Like, yeah.
I have a feeling the only like real dialogue we're going to hear is I Am Groot. That would be pretty
Yes.
cute if he's just like on these different planets where nobody really speaks English and he's the only person like talking.
I did wonder if maybe we'll see any Guardian cameos, but probably not.
Since they call it animated, I assume there's got to be no humans in any of this.
Right.
Yeah.
So with this Baby Groot, is that just Vin Diesel pitched upward? Because I forget that Vin Diesel is the voice of Groot. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people forget that.
I don't think he
Yeah.
does it anymore. I think they just have sound bites now.
Yeah, they got what they needed.
They got it, and now they just can like modify it and do it
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
themselves.
recorded
Probably
12 minutes of Groot. And
He's still getting that paycheck though.
Yeah,
So like that's the
probably.
easiest gig in the world, dude.
God, think about how much money they could have saved.
But I wonder, like, how does this tie into like the timeline? Like, Groot's a teenager right now in the latest,
Right.
And what is he doing on all these other planets? Like, did he get lost at some point?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
he's just hanging out.
I'm sure it's like a little
We'll
excursion.
figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, but like, listen, I know this is definitely back in time from like Guardians 2, I guess, maybe right after that.
Mm-hmm.
But in Guardians 3, please just be adult Groot again. Like, I'm just over the teenage Groot. I'm not, like, we've had enough of it. He hasn't really done anything. It's
Maybe
time
he'll
for
be like
adult Groot to
young
do that.
adult Groot, like
Yeah.
20 something, like
College Groot.
getting drunk, partying all the time. He's like, I don't need to study for school, guys.
Yeah.
I am Groot. And then he just smashed a beer can on his head.
Or like maybe post college Groot and he's just working on his resume and applying to like 50 jobs and, you know.
Can't afford rent. Student loans won't stop
He's
calling.
working a 9 to 5.
Yeah, learning about bills and all that
He's
stuff.
growing a patchy beard.
Yeah.
It's just all these leaves.
I hate it.
That's coming soon though. I'm Groot comes out next month. That's that's
next
gonna
month.
Be fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do we know how long the shorts are? Were you thinking like 11-minute, or is it supposed to be like a 5-minute, like nothing?
I don't know. Yeah, I was curious about that as well. I don't know. This might be a thing you can finish in 25 minutes. Who
Right.
knows?
Yeah, they have to be less than 20 minutes, I imagine, to be
yeah.
to
Oh
be
yeah.
short.
I would
Mhm.
imagine between 5 and 12. Maybe like a Star Wars Visions type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah.
exciting.
They also announced What If Season 2 is coming early
And
next
3,
year.
right? And 3.
2 and 3.
And they announced that Season 3 is a thing, which is pretty cool.
Wow, 2 and 3. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
They also showed off some stuff. Like they showed like obviously a lot of this footage we haven't seen because we're not in San Diego. Also, getting into that Hall H sounds miserable. Anyways,
Right.
Yeah.
but they showed stuff like new characters, like showed like Steve Rogers as Iron Man is a thing. You get
Oh.
Hela from Thor Ragnarok, a young Star Lord, and an Ego. And then one of the bigger ones was Thanos fighting Captain America from Infinity War, and Captain America potentially winning. Don't know.
Hmm.
But they also confirmed that the Captain Carter from season 1 is not, spoilers, is not the Captain Carter in Doctor Strange. They confirmed that.
Boo.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed What If. I like the little anthology series type things. So yeah, more of that. It's pretty cool. I also like the animation stuff.
I wonder if any of it's going to be like continued storylines. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
I would imagine so. I would
Yeah.
imagine that at least the Captain Carter one is a continuation.
Yeah. Or like the zombies one, because I want to see what happens with that.
I don't. I think the What If Zombies was super not fun.
Oh no,
I mean,
really?
it was like Spider-Man and like Ant-Man's head and like one other person, I think, and versus
Peter Parker
Thanos.
with the Doctor Strange cape. Yeah.
And that was basically it. There were like 3 people left. So I don't know.
Yeah, they
Who knows?
were screwed. They were fighting a zombie Thanos at the end. They're fucked. But yeah, more What If. Sounds dope. They also said that if this one's, I don't know how I feel about this one. The Spider-Man freshman year. They also announced sophomore year, which is going to be season 2, coming in 2024. Which is like, don't announce it. I don't care. That's so far away.
Is Tom Holland voicing Peter Parker again, right?
Yeah, and also we'll have Daredevil in it. So that's your first little shout out of Daredevil. Love.
Interesting. His costume looks pretty unique, right? Is that I saw some like sketches. Is that confirmed designs? Do we know?
I don't know. I haven't seen much.
He had like a jetpack looking like web shooter with hoses connected to his wrists.
Oh, that's cool. Like a prototype stuff.
Yeah, very prototype and like a yellow like cool jacket. It looked very, very unique.
Man, that sounds like some fan art. What deviant art page were you on?
Listen, I got a kid now, so I wasn't doing a lot of digging. It just kind of popped up on my feed. I was like, this looks pretty neat.
Yeah, I guess this is going to explain how Daredevil knows Spider-Man. Again, spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home, why he shows up in that movie as his lawyer. Maybe we'll explain that, retconning a bit.
Yes, this is. I'm assuming this is going to be like a sequel. Is it freshman and sophomore year of college?
Oh, I took it as a prequel, but that's a good point.
Oh, I thought it was college too. That's what I figured it was.
I sure hope so. Like, we don't need to see that whole storyline again. That'd be cool. I would love to see them, like, what happens after everyone's memory is wiped and we don't know who Peter Parker is.
That would be cool, but I feel like they won't. I feel like they'll save that for a movie.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Who knows? I think like movie wise, they put him in kind of a nice spot. So
actually, I just read it. It's high school.
Damn it.
Oh.
It's a prequel.
That ruins everything.
Sorry.
I'm suddenly
Not
much less
watching it.
excited about that.
I guess that makes more sense why it's like his art style looks completely different and his suit is like really bonkers. If that's true, I don't know.
Right.
I might be starting a lot of rumors here.
That's all right. We'll all speculate.
Spider-Man wears yellow.
I hope it gets reported on. I hope journalism picks this up.
The Fourtress of are a bunch of liars.
Oh, no.
Well, that is true. That is true. Next thing. This is another one I was annoyed by. X-Men 97 isn't coming for a goddamn year. And again, showed nothing. I'm annoyed. But they do say it's going to be continuation. So at the end of that original animated series, Magneto was going to become the leader of the X-Men, and they will continue to do that.
That's cool.
Wow,
Pure fan service. This is like Dragon Ball
yeah.
Z level fan service.
That's fine. There's
hell
there's
yeah.
nothing
Give it to
wrong
me.
with that. Listen, that's great.
This is one of the best animated shows of all time. Hell yeah, I want to see more of it.
Like, oh yeah, I loved this show when I was a kid, and they're bringing it back. Nah, I'm fucking pissed. Like,
No, I'm getting kind of tired of my nostalgia being fed off of. You know what I mean? It feels like leeches just on me, just sucking out my little soul that I have left.
But won't it be nice to get some closure? Because like I hate when shows don't get closure, like when they are incomplete.
Right.
In '97, I don't think I watched a full season of any show ever because of the way TV
this
works
is
back
true.
then. You know what I mean?
I definitely did not watch every episode, but I watched a lot of them.
You can say you love the Rocker's Modern Life and only seen 8 episodes total because of the way that fucking reruns work.
Right.
So it's one of those things. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for it.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Like, nostalgia is like the only thing people are interested in right now. Like, that's a fair statement for sure.
It's true. Yeah.
And they get me every time, and I hate it. I'm being exploited right now.
We know what these people are gonna like.
Devin, you look so sad. Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm just thinking. Yeah.
I thought I hurt his feelings over talking about X-Men.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for it. So
now he's gonna have to tear down that poster on his wall now. His X-Men animated series poster.
Gotta hide this from Brian.
The last thing they showed off, they talked about Marvel Zombies is gonna be gory. I don't really believe him, but I will say that that What If animated shit got pretty gruesome at times, so maybe.
Were they showing blood or was it like black tar type? I can't remember. Was it red?
It was always like something not,
Yeah.
Disney can't do that, right?
But they showed some gruesome stuff.
Yeah, it was. You're right, but I can't even remember.
There is that moment where the Wasp goes into someone and then expands and blows them up, so it can get pretty
That was
gross.
pretty gnarly. I didn't expect them to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, it is. It's just Marvel Zombies.
I hope it's good. I don't really care about the whole Marvel Zombie comic situation, but
yeah,
that's something I'm pretty tired of. I really thought the whole zombie thing was outplayed like 7 years ago. So they just keep coming out with more
zombies and vampires, man. They're never going away.
They just take mini hiatuses and then they come back.
And then I guess it'll be a different storyline from the one that's in What If. So they'll do a completely new. Story.
That'll be the biggest question. We'll see. All right, so that is pretty much all of that. Let's get into the big boy, Marvel's big studios Hall H panel, where they announced so much stuff. They announced Phase 5 and Phase 6, but let's start with the stuff in Phase 4 still, with a new She-Hulk trailer. And I will say, like I texted you guys, She-Hulk looks great, and I don't care what anyone says. This looks amazing. I love it. She broke the fourth goddamn wall. That's all I needed. I literally gasped when she broke the fourth wall. I was so happy.
That was a pretty interesting moment. Yeah, she looked back at camera, but then she got like a little bit embarrassed when Bruce like overheard. So
yeah,
that looks like a pretty unique, because most of the time when characters break fourth wall, it's like time stops for everybody else.
Yeah,
right.
Like Malcolm in the Middle, none of his parents realize he's talking to camera. They're just cleaning the dishes still,
I'm sure you guys
didn't watch. Pretty unique.
Didn't watch the Dora the Explorer movie that came out, the live action movie.
I think I skipped that one.
It's actually not that bad.
Wasn't bad.
I unfortunately had something else to do, like take a nap or something. I don't know.
You're too busy.
But there was a part at the end that was actually super funny because it played on a similar thing where it's like, the fourth wall breaks because Dora the Explorer is known for doing the, hey, can you tell me where the map is? And then they sit in silence for like way too long, and it's really awkward for children.
It's in the backpack, Dora.
Yeah, Dora does that in the movie, but everyone noticed her. They watch her do it, so everyone's just kind of like,
"Oh, that's funny."
Oh yeah, I kind of remember that.
What the fuck's wrong with this child? She's like, "Do you know where the soup is?" And just stares into the camera, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is she looking at?"
They just think Dora has like DID or something.
So yeah, it felt like that. That was kind of funny to me. That it's like, is that going to become like a part of the plot line, or she's going to keep doing it, and people are going to keep being like, "Girl, what's wrong with you?"
I do want. Yeah,
are you good.
Well, I feel like in Dora they didn't really address it more than just a joke. Like they didn't have to explain it. Yeah. But in this, I feel like they'll have to like explain why is she breaking the fourth? Like, is she losing her mind?
Right. Like even that look Bruce kind of gives her is like, who what?
It's gonna tie into What If season 3. I bet you. Calling it now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, that looks great. I'm kind of like I'm fine with her CG.
It looks better.
I think like
they did fix it.
I also think like once you start watching it, I think your eyes will kind of adjust, and then it'll be like whatever. It's fine,
It's not that bad.
It's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not that bad.
We've hit this weird space of like CG between 2005 and now, where it's like. I don't know how to explain it. Like either it looks like still like pretty on par and pretty good, or it just looks so much like 2005 still, and it seems like there's no middle ground there. Where it feels like we've got like on like because the best of the best is always going to make the best CGI, but then there's the people that like make pretty lackluster stuff. How does it look so bad in comparison? You would think that like computers are good enough that even the most novice creators could probably make something that looks decent.
That's very interesting. I wish I knew more about CGI creation to.
Yeah. I know a lot of people outsource,
get into that
on a crunch, and that's usually pretty detrimental. A lot of companies just don't have the skills to do what they need them to do. But yeah, I'm into it. It looks fun.
Yeah, it definitely looks a whole lot better than what is this the second or third trailer that we've seen?
I think it's the second. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a lot more fleshed out and interesting than the first trailer. I remember going on record saying that the first trailer looked like shit. And
it looked like Sex in the City.
Sexist.
And no one wanted to see it.
Yeah.
This looks I don't know, it may or may not still be sexist, but it does indeed look interesting. So I'm excited to check it out and see.
Yeah. That's kind of She-Hulk's thing, right? I think my brother was telling me that like She-Hulk's thing is very like, kind of campy
she
like
dates.
that.
She fucks.
Right. So I think it's like not
She-Hulk fucks.
Yeah. Like I don't think it's as sexist as we.
So like the original comics are about her dating, her date life and stuff.
Right. Well, I don't know if it's about, but like it's an element in the show or in the comic. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, but I'm more curious about like Wong and the Shang-Chi crew that looks like they're going to be in there, and then at the end, Daredevil. Like, I mean, I don't know. It looks like they're going to have a lot of crossover, and maybe explain why Abomination, which he's obviously going to get out at some point, I think.
True.
Yeah. It'll probably end with like a maybe She-Hulk team up to fight Abomination, maybe something like that.
Well, that would just be
I do wonder how much Bruce Banner we're gonna get in this show.
Yeah,
because he looks great in their little training montages. But yeah,
I bet he's gonna be in there like very, very seldom.
It feels like it's gonna be a one episode thing, and they use that all for the cut.
Yeah, he's kind of only in one location when you think about it. He's only at that beach training place or whatever, pushing homegirl off cliffs and stuff. So.
He's going to be on the phone a lot. He's going to keep calling her, and that's going to be how they...
Right.
Bruce, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You gotta
so
get
we get
mad.
our first glimpse of the MCU Daredevil rocking a new looking kind of yellowish comic booky looking suit. I'm pretty sure him and She-Hulk definitely had a relationship, so I wonder if they'll get into that at all. But also, they're both lawyers, so... I was hoping that he'd have to be in the show at some point.
We're gonna have this. We're gonna fight this case out, trial by combat.
She would kill him.
There's also like a super judge at one point that's like banging on the gavel. I'm excited to see all the different like superheroes in this series.
Yeah, but isn't it getting like? I feel like until now it's been pretty like under control, but now it's just gonna like they're just gonna throw all these heroes in there like random.
It's the mutants. The mutants are coming.
Yeah, we're coming.
We do got to tease that, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's
moving
gonna
on.
Be interesting. But yeah, she's just like she's being the lawyer for these low level supers that are just coming out of the wazoo. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it's only 6 episodes. It's gonna be like a sitcom-y length, I think, as well. So probably like half hour long.
Damn, that's super short. Then is it coming out week to week?
Wow.
I assume so.
Probably, I would imagine. But yeah, that comes out next month. And then the big one, other piece of footage that they actually released. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. This movie is gonna be rough.
What the fuck is it gonna be about?
Yeah, for one thing, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be sad, bro. Like this movie.
It looks like it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, that's true.
I would not be surprised.
It does look like it's gonna be sad.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
I might buy a ticket and not be able to make it because I don't know when I'm going to the theater. But I just want to support this film.
Just want to support.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I have a strong feeling that this movie went through. I mean, we all kind of know that it went through development hell with COVID by itself.
For sure.
But also with some of their actors and COVID around it and things like that.
Right.
How can you play canonically the smartest person in the MCU and be the dumbest person alive? And oh my god.
Yeah, there's that whole thing with Shuri's actor that with COVID and being a denier of all those kind of things that really struggled, which I think it made because Chadwick Boseman passing away, of course, put a pretty big wrench in their plans to begin with. And then you add Shuri being kind of a dick for a while and then making it really hard to film around her. I would not be surprised if the script got completely rewritten to maybe fuck up her entire role. Some of things we've seen in like Star Wars or something where whole, characters got written out because of issues, which could be sad because that could make this movie a lot worse than it probably would have been. So I hope that didn't happen, but I would not be surprised if it did.
That's the other reason why I think this movie's going to be rough.
It looks like she has that like lab friend, so maybe she'll be like the smart person role.
Which that is Ironheart. That is the new quote unquote Iron Man. She's going to get introduced in this movie and then get her own series later on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I mean, but Shuri at some point is going to be Black Panther, right? Or like she.
I think that's her at the end. I could be wrong.
It makes the most sense, right?
Right.
That frame looked very masculine though. Like it looked like
I don't know. There's I was like I don't know because also she's pretty thin as a person, Letitia Wright. So that's why I was like
I feel like you'll know the difference.
I feel like it has to either be her or bring Michael B. Jordan back as a surprise Black Panther.
It looked like it was his outfit, and I feel like that was probably a red herring that it wasn't actually him, but they wanted to make it used because it was like gold, so it looked like they're trying to use that again.
Right.
That kind of sucks too. I feel like don't make people's colors, but I guess you have to.
He got very lightly stabbed in the sternum. All right, like you
and then thrown into the fucking
people
ocean.
That came back.
And like, and he's
I would personally, I would love it if Killmonger came back, but
we know Disney has approved like the power of hate bringing people back to life in Star Wars. So like, what's to say that can happen in Marvel?
You know what I think? I have a hot take right here. This is gonna feed directly into Marvel Zombies. It's going to be Zombie Killmonger, and that's going to be the new Black Panther.
Oh, no.
But he's good. He's a good guy.
It does look sick. And, like, the whole trailer was like, I think the music was really cool, and then the way like the transition.
That transition into Kendrick Lamar was amazing.
Yeah,
that was a sick trailer. The thing is, they very purposely didn't show much, but this movie comes out this year.
I'm okay with it. I am okay with that.
Yeah, it's a good teaser. It's a damn good teaser.
It's called a teaser, right? Yeah, so they'll probably do like a story trailer at some point. But I'm all about like show us less. You know what I mean? Like this is great for me.
Hell yeah.
Show less.
I'm just worried.
The first Black Panther was so cool too. Like I just think that this one will be, can't fall too far from that. Yeah. But isn't the villain going to be like the Marvel version of Aquaman or something?
Yeah, Namor. That was the other thing I was going to say. We get a lot of glimpses of Namor. It looks like we're going to get a whole origin story with him. Pretty cool. I'm somewhat excited for him. He's basically Marvel's Aquaman, but worse. But they've kind of changed it a bit where it looks like he's got more of like Aztecian origins, which is interesting.
Yeah, like they're gonna have like Wakandans fight like the Incas, like something like that, like
sort of
something like that. It looked kind of interesting, but
yeah, I mean, it just looks lots of cool imagery throughout. I do love that it looks like they're having a memorial or a funeral service for T'Challa, and they're all wearing white.
Dressed in white.
I like the idea that they're all wearing white instead, though.
Yeah.
Visually, it looks really great.
Yeah, the shots are really cool. The cinematography looks really good so far.
Envy them in the production to do it, making this movie though. They have everything going against them right now, so it's gonna be a miracle if this movie's just like good.
Yeah. Maybe the guy in the suit will be
M'Baku.
Yeah, M'Baku. Sorry, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I mean he would be a good candidate as well. He was great. Yeah.
I mean, maybe I don't know. I didn't really see a lot of shots of him in this trailer, but
listen, you only really get one quick glimpse of him.
The Marvel nerds will be really upset if we put another woman on the pedestal. Are you kidding me? We're already mad about Jane Foster. Come on, man.
I mean, I guess spoilers for Phase 5. It's pretty cool when it comes to equality in that there are 4 female-led shows/movies. There are 4 male-led things/movies, and then there are 4 team-ups of the both. So it's like, that's pretty cool. Good job, Marvel.
Diversity. There's a lot of people of color now. It's very different from what we grew up on. That's for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
But speaking of Phase 5, they announced Phase 5, which I think that they're making these phases up at this point because there's like Phase 1, 2, and 3 all ended with like an epic Avengers movie. This one's less. Yeah, we picked a spot and we'll just end it.
Phase 4
what phase are we even in right now? Are we in 4?
We're in Phase 4 right now.
Didn't Phase 4 end with Endgame?
No, that was Phase 3.
Okay, so Phase 3 ended with Endgame, and then Phase 4 was just this random kabobble of
bunch
stuff
of random shit.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's ending with Black Panther.
And then they said between Phase 5, was it Phase 5 and Phase 6? Maybe just Phase 5. That's coming between 2023 and 2024. There are going to be 10 Marvel movies / TV shows coming out at that time, and I got sick to my stomach. In 1 year, we're having 10 Marvel properties that'll be coming out.
Oh,
that is too damn much.
Agreed.
Yeah, you want me to go through the list and then we'll talk about it? So, coming up, we got Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, that's a movie. We got Secret Invasion, that's a TV show. We got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, that's a movie. We got Echo, a TV show. We got Loki Season 2. We got the Marvels movie. We got Blade movie. We got Ironheart TV show. We got Agatha TV show. We got new Daredevil TV show. Captain America 4. And then the Thunderbolts movie.
All right,
that's
guys.
Phase 5.
We won't have time to do much else. We're just going to have to double down on Disney Plus subscriptions.
We're officially a Marvel podcast because we literally can't do anything else. It's nothing
like,
else.
God damn it, dude. But like, I'm pretty excited for a lot of this stuff.
I want to be. I want to be so bad, but that sounds so stressful. Like, I'm so anxious.
Oh, yeah.
It is stressful because like, I feel like I can't miss anything. Like you have to
you can't.
Watch
you can't. You're gonna.
I guess, but in this phase, you kind of can miss stuff because they don't have any kind of cohesion anymore. So it's like, you just kind of like don't really miss anything.
What would you guys cut, knowing that we don't know anything? What would you guys cut?
Echo, Insta. Daredevil cut it down to 8 episodes.
Right. I guess like of the things we've already seen or this new stuff.
I think I'm gonna miss. Anything? I think I'm gonna miss some of the shows for sure.
Depending on how Captain America 4 is, you might be able to miss Falcon Winter Soldier. Even though I like that show.
Oh yeah, I definitely missed that, and I'm fine.
You didn't lose.
I guess I meant going forward. Like
going forward.
Captain America: New World Order. You can probably skip that one.
Interesting. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for another. That's going to be a movie?
Yes.
I like the title.
I just want the movies to start leading in some direction again. Like maybe
Yes,
make
sir.
it that the X-Men reveal or something. Maybe lead it towards something. But like
They are leading towards something, as we've seen in Phase 6, which we'll talk about in a second.
They're more like meandering.
But yeah,
they're
Phase
taking
4
their
was
time.
definitely like whatever. Like, just chuck it.
But the thing that used to make Marvel, the MCU, so special was that every story was like had a place, and like everything was building towards Infinity War, right? And every movie, you got one little more snippet and like one little bit more of character development that was leading towards this big conclusion, which made Infinity War so amazing. Now it's just like the only thing that the MCU really has is just like, well, yeah, this character might show up here, make a cameo. This character might show up here, and everybody's just doing this random stuff that like all off on their own. So there's nothing binding it together, and I feel like it's making me less and less invested. So
I think they're doing like smaller contained things, because like Moon Knight, you could say, I ain't doing shit.
That was one of their best things, I feel like, in this phase or whatever, because it was completely self-contained. Like you didn't have to watch anything else, and the cliffhanger at the very end is still only containing to like that storyline.
Yeah, but for instance, though, if Moon Knight then shows up in Blade, you know who that character is. They don't have to worry about introducing him because they got 6 episodes of him prior to that.
Right.
So I feel like they're doing these smaller contained stuff. Like Miss Marvel is now going to be in the Marvels movie coming up. There's your little containment movie to TV show. Moon Knight maybe shows up in a Blade. Loki and Ant-Man might be connected because of the Kang connections. Like it's like they're doing smaller, rather than all of them being connected to one thing, which I think that'll probably be a Phase 6 thing. I think these are smaller things. I don't know where the fuck Thor is. Thor is on his own.
Jamming out still.
Yeah.
No, it's one of, I think the biggest thing is the timing, what they're doing. They're playing, it's not even a slow game that they're playing. Things are coming out pretty fast. It's just so oversaturated that it feels like it's a slow game. You're watching so much.
Right.
That's taking so long to like kind of connect together, which we didn't, back in the day, we didn't have this. We had a movie that would come out every summer, and that was our tie to the Marvel universe.
Right. They'd have like 3 or 4 movies a year.
Yeah. And that's the thing that, I mean, they might be screwing over their more casual fans by doing the things that they do right now. Because my mom, she just likes superheroes. She likes special effects, stuff like that. She doesn't care about the damn story of any of this stuff. She didn't understand the most recent Doctor Strange movie because she didn't watch WandaVision. So she didn't know what the fuck they were fighting about. I watched the Homegirl was so mad.
Right.
And it's like, that kind of sucks because then that takes,
that does sound upsetting.
Your casual fan base kind of out of it a little bit because they're not as invested as, you
gotta watch it all.
And I think that like a lot of these, when they put them in show format, it's harder to commit the time to watch it. Like I hate having to commit to shows. Okay. It's a big commitment. You gotta like, that's why I love the Netflix shows, right? There's 6 parts, like 6 episodes, perfect, digestible, beautiful. But when you make everything into a show,
a lot of what Marvel's been doing is just week to week.
Right.
I know, but like when you make everything into a show, it makes it harder to keep track of everything.
They're just going to a movie once, sitting for 2 hours,
commit
and going
to
about your business.
Right.
And it's all about money. Like they just want to keep us hooked on Disney Plus, which like obviously, is working. But
I mean, for example, like Brian, for your mom, like maybe that movie gets her to go and watch WandaVision and get a Disney Plus subscription.
Right. I guess that's what they're going for. That's what they want to happen. But I don't know that it always happens that way,
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of shit coming up.
I guess the
one thing that we didn't really know was that Daredevil show, which 18 episodes is too damn long. Also, why are you making this guy on TV show again? We just saw like 3 seasons of that. Give him a movie.
Right.
I don't want another damn
It's gonna be
TV
18
show.
episodes.
Is it the same actor from the Netflix TV show?
Yeah.
Huh.
Wait,
I don't
it's
know
going to
what
be
the choices
18
are.
episodes?
I wonder, are they going to start his origin over again or just like keep going?
Great question.
I think they'll kind of play a little fast and loose with what was from that Netflix show and what they're going to keep.
Yeah, that show had some. How are you going to MCUify, Disneyify like stuff like sex trafficking?
I
and,
do not know.
Oh no.
Like political corruption, like all this kind of
There's
stuff.
some
that was
pretty bleak and gory, gross shit
show.
in that Netflix show.
Exciting.
Yeah, I don't know why it's 18 episodes when everything else has been so short in comparison. I don't know why they decided to make this one a mega 3. Maybe they were like, we're gonna make all 3 seasons in this one season.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch
You're not gonna watch
it. I'm out. If it's over 10, I'm out. I'm sorry. I don't have time for it.
I'm kind of with you, Devin. It's a lot.
I do wonder how they're gonna release that. Is that gonna be 18 weeks? Or is that going to be like randomly 3 sets of like 6 or something? Yeah.
They better be 20 minutes. I'll tell you that.
Even if they're 20 minutes, that's too many fucking episodes. Okay. Even if they're 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Fuck
I don't know
off.
why they made Daredevil 18. Yeah. I don't know.
So let's talk about this Ant-Man Quantumania Kang the Conqueror thing. What is Quantumania the official title?
Yeah.
They love stupid titles.
But we know that Kang the Conqueror is going to be in this.
He is going to be in this movie as the lead villain. He's a variant, I would imagine. He is a variant of his Loki version. Obviously, we saw that one die.
Interesting.
And so this is the actual Kang the Conqueror.
Right.
Are they getting the same actor? I hope so. I like that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think in that poster, it looked like him, like the purple kind of like in the eyes, like it looked like the outline of his face.
And they did show footage that hasn't been released, but you can catch the audio on Twitter somewhere.
Sure. It is the same actor, because we know that the variants don't necessarily have to be the same person.
No, it's the same actor. Yeah.
That's cool. I think this is going to be a big deal, guys. Like,
King the Conqueror is huge.
Yeah, and then we know one of the Avengers movies is going to be about Kang, right?
The Kang Dynasty. So that's
Kang
Phase
Dynasty.
6 will end with two Avengers movies, the Kang Dynasty and then Secret Wars, which is what most people have been speculating Secret Wars is going to be.
Right.
Secret Wars is like a battle royale kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
With Doctor Doom kind of at the helm
Doctor
of
Doom's a
everything.
big deal in that. So and we know Fantastic Four is going to be the first beginning of a Phase 6. So yeah,
I'm excited for that. I'm ready to get there for sure.
Same.
I know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like Secret Wars is like, it's kind of like the Dark Tournament in Yu Yu Hakusho, right? It's
you don't know what the Dark Tournament
just
is?
bring out different people to
That's
fight.
a great reference.
I was going to watching Yu Yu Hakusho before.
Wow. Coming out of left field, Devin. Look at you. I'm so proud of you.
But that's what it is, right?
They're doing a Netflix TV show on that shit. You guys hear that?
Yep.
Oh, man.
That's exciting.
Gonna be bad.
Please don't ruin it.
No.
I was thinking about rewatching it, so I'm excited to get like an excuse to do it in a different material. But anyway,
but yeah, Kang. They showed stuff. Also Scott Lang's kid Cassie is gonna be a super in this movie as well. This one looks like this might be the biggest stage setter as far as the next Endgame type of thing, with Kang being a big bad in it, which to me seems like he's gonna survive this movie. Either that, or maybe they beat him and then another variant comes.
Time travel.
When you
and
introduce
stuff.
Loki, it don't really matter.
So they got time travel and other dimensions going on. They got time travel, other dimensions, and other universes. They got all the things that you're not supposed to do. Right?
Yeah, they did also announce that this is the Multiverse saga. These 3 phases. So like you had the Infinity Saga in the first 3, and now we have the Multiverse Saga. So.
Man, that's messy. I would hate to be a writer on these movies. Sounds
I don't know how Kevin Feige does.
You got to do a lot of homework.
This shit hurts my brain.
now he's just making it up.
But it's kind of easy though, because you can just do whatever the hell you want.
Okay, so we see you have writing chops, but how's your math? How's your quantum physics?
Also, they announced Bill Murray's going to be in this.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's going to be an Ant-Man. I think he might be MODOK. He might be the voice of MODOK.
That
maybe.
would be fun.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, how do you introduce MODOK? Goofy ass head floating around on a jetpack.
Big floating.
Like, I was hoping that the MCU would never have him in there because he's just a stupid ass looking villain, but I don't know. I guess he's in there now.
Next, they showed off some Guardians footage, which Guardians Volume 3, which we also haven't seen, but there's a short clip of Baby Rocket floating about, which is going to be adorable. They love their babies. We got Baby Groot, now we get Baby Rocket. This is the end of these Guardians, this set of Guardians, James Gunn has said, which is going to be interesting. Will we see any deaths? Will Rocket die? Will
Only
Drax
Chris
die?
Pratt.
Yeah. Honestly, wouldn't hate it.
Are Chris Pratt and Gilmora, what's her name?
Gilmora.
Yeah.
We got to strike everything that you say right now about the Marvel universe.
Somebody else take it away.
Yeah, we got Star-Lord and Diarrhea. They're together, right?
Well, at some point, Groot gets a Stormbreaker, right? In the comics, I thought, or maybe.
I mean, it is his hand, so
he would be worthy by yeah.
He just gets his hand. He just puts it back on his hand, like.
Yeah, it's just permanently attached.
Please don't put Thor back in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't want to see that motherfucker anymore.
Yeah, this one apparently is gonna be pretty emotional, pretty bleak, and I mean, yeah, James Gunn hasn't really made a bad movie in a while, so I'm looking forward to this, and we're gonna get Adam Warlock.
He only makes bad tweets.
No, yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes, there you go. There it is.
And Adam Warlock, that's gonna be eyebrows, right?
Yeah, eyebrow guy.
He's an amazing actor. I'm very excited about him.
Eyebrow guy got a glow up, so yeah.
I think unfortunately, he was in Bandersnatch,
from Maze Runner.
What are we talking about?
Millers.
Alex, you know this guy's face.
Wait, hold on.
He has the unibrow.
Look up actor with the eyebrows, and he will pop up.
Hold on. What show are we talking about? Hold on a second.
He's gonna be playing Adam Warlock.
We need to actually get his name so people know who we're talking about.
I think it's Will Poulter. Porter.
Poulter. That's right.
Is this what? But what? I zoned out for 10 seconds. Like, what? There's so many things that we're covering. What show are we talking about right now?
He's going to be Guardians 3 as Adam
shit.
Warlock, who can
Who the hell is Adam
wield
Warlock?
the Infinity Gauntlet.
This is exactly the problem with the Marvel universe.
All this getting cut.
If you just get out of it for 1 second, you're lost. Everything's lost. Just like that.
That's what I'm saying. Even this conversation. Who the hell's Adam Warlock though?
He's basically Marvel Jesus, sort of.
Oh, that's cool.
Doesn't he actually like beat Thanos or something at one point?
Yeah, in the actual Infinity War like comic, he's the one that helps them defeat. Thanos,
interesting.
instead of Captain Marvel.
I just need to see a frame of him and then Roy Kent and Harry Styles all in one shot, because like it's just, this is where we are now. This is where the MCU started here in 2008, and this is where it is now.
This is like
Harry
normal looking
Styles.
guy. What do you guys? I guess his eyebrows are his eyebrows are kind of pointy, right?
Yeah, he got some pretty wicked eyebrows.
He's gotten pretty now because he's gotten famous. But when he was a kid, he was quite funny.
Look at him from like We're the Millers. Yeah. Like that's where he had peak eyebrow.
He was known for them eyebrows. He looked like Sid from Toy Story back in the day.
I was thinking Siler from what's the Save the Planet, Save the Cheerleader show? What's that? Heroes?
Fucking
Heroes?
Spock?
Yeah,
Heroes?
Spock. I thought he was going to be at this.
Oh, you're talking about fucking Heroes.
Yeah.
He said, save the cheerleader.
Listen, that guy's got some eyebrows.
He does have some eyebrows, you're right.
And he sure can act.
No, but Will Poulter's an amazing actor. He's really good at the stuff that he's been in.
Yeah.
This almost feels beneath him to me, which feels bad because he's really good at like drama and stuff.
True.
I mean, everyone's in a Marvel movie at this point.
Right.
Okay, so I'm back. I know who Eyebrows is, even though it's not Homeboy from Heroes.
I guess when you're talking about eyebrow guy, it could also be Dan Levy or Eugene Levy.
This is true. They do got some mean eyebrows, that family.
They got some crazy eyebrows. Anyway. Did we talk enough about eyebrows? Any more eyebrows?
I think that's the end of the eyebrow segment.
Can we get past Marvel? I'm so tired. There's a lot of movies coming out over the next 8 years. They still got another fucking chokehold on us. You'll never get away from it.
They got all our money.
Yeah, copy that. What else happened this weekend?
Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power had a fucking
let's
dope,
go.
Yes.
dope ass trailer. But first, potential spoilers for The Rings of Power and or The Lord of the Rings, and probably the Silmarillion as well, and any lore-based Lord of the Rings stuff. So just check the time codes. Guys, I have a problem. I'm getting expectations now.
Nope.
This trailer got
this
me.
Don't catch feelings, Oscar.
This looks pretty good.
The classic blunder. Don't catch feelings. But I am also excited for the show because it looks fucking
very
I'm gonna
dope.
need to rewatch the original series. Like I know there's gonna be a lot of characters in here that we're supposed to know, but I don't know anybody's names.
Not really
in any
though.
movies, especially Lord of the Rings.
It's a prequel, so at least you have that.
But aren't some of these elves like 1,000 million years old or something?
Yes. No. It's elves a couple thousand years before the events of Lord of the Rings. So that's why Elrond, the young elf you're seeing is Elrond. Galadriel's the girl elf you're seeing, and then Gil-galad.
See, I don't know who those people are, but I know that.
Galadriel's the blonde. She's the main one.
That Aragorn's got a crush on.
No. Oh, you're talking about Lord of the Rings.
Galadriel's the one in that forest in the first one. Wait, have you never seen Lord of the Rings, Alex?
Yes, I just was a child and I don't remember anybody's name in real life, so I don't.
Elrond in the Lord of the Rings movies is Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving.
Word. I do know Mr. Smith.
But they're younger elves. But it looks like it looks like they're gonna flash back to a lot of stuff because
that would be helpful.
The events
I need
of
some
Lord of the Rings
flash
happen in the
forwards
third age
to connect these people. I'm a visual person.
They're gonna interject scenes from Lord of the Rings.
Show me a little bit of future stuff so I can know what the hell is going on here.
All right, listen. I'll tell you. I've been trying to tell you. The Lord of the Rings trilogy happens in the third age. Okay, in the third age. This show is going to be in the second age, but they're also going to reference stuff that happened in the first age. And I think that's what that like really bloody battle is, where she's putting the helmets up and like her brother Fëanor or Fingolfin, I can't remember his name, but either one, he's going to be in that battle. The elves are going to get their asses kicked by Morgoth, who's actually more powerful than Sauron.
Yes,
and then they're even on a whole different continent. And then the literal gods come to battle this Morgoth like devil figure, and they sink the continent into the ocean because the battle lasts so long. And then Middle Earth kind of like happens off of that. But then the second age, this is what we're going to be talking about in the second age. It's like Sauron's not really around yet. He's kind of behind the scenes, but he's gonna corrupt like the men.
He's trying to get his groove back.
Right. And so like and the Númenóreans are going to be around, which is where Aragorn is from. Like he's descended from the Númenóreans, which are these like kind of longer living men that live for like 200-300 years. Oh. So but anyway, it's going to be max like the elves are going to be at their highest. This show is going to be mostly about elves, which I'm really excited for because I always thought that was one of the coolest things about Lord of the Rings. And there's a lot of metal themes from the Silmarillion that it looks like they're going to get into, like that shot of like that elf in like, or the dead people in the water, like the fire.
Yeah,
you know, talking about they're floating in the water.
The imagery in this trailer looks really fucking good.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be real good.
There's that one shot of the elf whose name I don't know. The shot of the hands coming around him and yanking him at the end looked fucking good.
He looks like,
man,
he looks like my
great.
elf from Dragon Age Origins, so I like him. He looks cool.
Yeah,
hell yeah, definitely.
All the orcs and stuff look like they're going to be practical, which I love.
Yes,
because that was what the Hobbit got away from. That's partly why the Hobbit sucked.
I have a quick question.
Yeah,
it's slightly off topic. One. What the fuck is this shit? I don't know Lord of the Rings. You've said so many words to me, and none of this means anything. I am incredibly lost. The show looks cool from the furthest from a fan standpoint. Don't get me wrong. And also, Devin, how do you keep so much lore in your fucking head? This man knows every fantasy lore and also real world history lore. You also know the real lore of the world. And you still manage to have time and space in your head to also fit the fucking first age of goddamn Middle Earth. Who the fuck knows this?
Yeah, how many people know about the all these ages? Is this stuff that's written in the books, or is this like stuff that's
very
written
minimally?
The Silmarillion.
Yes.
So the Silmarillion is like Tolkien wanted to create a mythos for the English, the British Isles, right? Because they didn't like. He looked at like the ancient Greeks and Romans, and he's like, or Egyptians, right? And he's like, damn, like the British people don't really have a mythos like that. They probably did, but then the Christians wiped them out, you know, all the pagan religions. But that's besides the point. But anyway, so he made a mythos for the British Isles, and that's what the Silmarillion is. Like basically it talks to you about the creation of like the heavens. Like, you know, it's like all these gods are like singing tunes to each other, you know, and then Melkor's like the evil one. And he's like, well, I don't really like that tune. It's like everybody's fighting over the aux chord. Like, you know, like, hey, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. And then Melkor's like, hey, can I queue up something? And then the big god's like, no. And Melkor's like, well, I'm going to queue up on this other speaker across the room and like maybe just, you know,
right.
do it my way. But anyway.
Interesting.
And there's some crazy metal stuff. Like there's like these trees of light and like the Silmarils and then like this giant spider and like the, you know, first Balrog steal them.
I did play a little bit of Elden Ring, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, so the Silmarillion has all this lore in it. Like it's all the history of the world of Middle Earth. And then, so really the events of the Lord of the Rings trilogy are very small in comparison to the larger story.
And even this show is only like taking from like 2 chapters of that book anyways, like 2 small-ish sections.
Wild. Yeah.
So they're building off of a lot of stuff.
This is
a
real book you guys are mentioning?
It's a real dense, boring book.
Try to read it. If you ever need to go to sleep really easily, just try to read the Silmarillion.
No, don't.
No.
Yeah,
it's really tough.
No.
Very tough to read. Tougher to read than the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I would love to, but I just don't think I can.
Which is tough enough.
Audiobook.
I don't think I can do that. Audio.
Yes.
Hey, you know, I'll just wait for the Lord of the Rings show. I'm excited.
But they have a lot of flexibility in what they can do here, and which is cool.
I'm super excited.
My only question is that how they'll do the seasons, because like elves can live, you know, for 1,000 years, whatever. But like if they introduce like Hobbit kind of characters or men, I mean, they'll be dead like in between seasons if, you know, depending on how they do it. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Also, there's a Balrog at the end, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
is Balrog just like Ifrit from Final Fantasy, where it's just like it existed in every part.
He's the "you shall not pass" motherfucker.
Oh, I did see that. I said that in the first.
That got I almost called him.
That's the first movie, so you have at least seen that one.
That was a little bit of a rough segment. That was the only part where the CG was like, that looked a little corny. But that was cool.
No, you're wrong.
That's a pretty corny movie. I watched it with Bambi like 2 years ago, maybe. It's pretty damn corny.
High Fantasy is pretty
you're all
corny.
wrong.
It's borderline slapstick.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
He wrote High Fantasy. It's what you expect it to be.
Those damn little boy elves in the dwarf cave, like fucking shit up. Nah, that was. They're not Frodo. I mean, they all look pretty young, but the little troublemakers that are always hungry, like, well, we need second breakfast.
Little boy elves.
How about first lunch? Is it lunchtime yet?
I only want a recap of Lord of the Rings from
lunch.
Alex. I don't actually read the books or watch the movie. I just want Alex to tell me.
I'm down for that. I need to rewatch them. It's been a couple years. I watched the first one again, like I said 2 years ago. We need to watch 2 and 3 before this comes out. So
yeah,
if you're interested, I'll give you a recap.
Sounds
on,
good.
on my terms.
Here's how you do it, Alex. This is how I do it every year around Christmas time. I watch the extended cuts as a miniseries. So you do it like an hour at a time.
No, incorrect. Do not watch the Return of the King extended cut if you've never seen it.
Why not?
I have too many things to do.
It gives away one of the best moments of that movie, and I won't talk about it any further.
What?
Interesting.
The extended cut ruins one of the best parts of that movie because it gives it away.
Fight.
What you mean?
Fight.
Yes, it gives it away.
But in the book, they do that. Like,
It's not. I'm not reading the book. I'm watching a fucking movie. It gives away one of the best moments of that movie because it spoils it in its own movie. Do not watch the extended cut if it's your first time.
No, watch it.
Okay, I'm gonna get this explanation later off book. But let's move on. We're going too
All
deep
right.
about these damn books.
It's true. It's true.
The trailer looks super cool. I'm really interested. We're gonna watch it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Couple last things because they're all like whatever. Walking Dead's still a thing. Cool. But they did. I kind of dig this anthology series of Tales of the Walking Dead. It's only 6 episodes or 6 stories. I kind of like the idea.
They stole that from Telltale. Well, they did that with 500 Days, that DLC for the first Walking Dead game.
Yeah.
They're just doing that.
Yeah.
They even stole the title.
From What If? It's just all anthology.
Tales.
And then Terry Crews is gonna be in this.
What?
Terry Crews big as
Yeah,
shit.
he's stealing food. He's stealing food and
But
protein.
what is he eating?
He's stealing
Interesting.
The zombies? How you stay that jack?
He's eating people. Yeah.
Terry Crews for real gonna be in this?
One of the main characters.
I didn't watch
Yeah, he's
this
in the trailer.
I did
with
not watch
Olivia
this.
Munn.
That's crazy.
Also weird pick.
Yeah.
Do you guys know? Is there a Walking Dead that takes place in New York City? I know that they're filming a Walking Dead here. Somebody, a coworker, told me.
I have no
If
idea.
anything, it would have been the Fear the Walking Dead, but I can't remember where that took place.
I think that's in L.A.
Yeah, the original made
Yeah.
it to, I think Richmond was the furthest it made it north. The actual
Interesting.
series.
Right. Unless they're doing another spinoff, which they
Yeah.
could be. Because they also announced that Rick and Michonne spinoff.
I think is there a spinoff with just Daryl somewhere, or is he? In the
Yes, they're
mainline
doing
show?
that. That's
Okay,
going to be a show.
That's the one that's in New York. I think they must be shooting that right now. I keep hearing about it on.
Oh my God! Why would you ever go to New York City in a zombie apocalypse? That's
So
like
it
where
may
the most
not be
zombies are gonna
taking place in New York City, but I know they're filming it here. But anyway,
Gotcha.
besides the point.
Yeah, more Walking Dead.
AMC is trying to just keep The Walking Dead alive by doing
Please don't.
everything
Please
it can.
don't. Just let it
Walking
die.
Dead's pretty dead.
We're over it. Society's over it. If AMC's still doing like those Talking Dead shows or stuff after, you're clowning.
You heard
yourself.
it here first, guys. Move on, everybody.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
We're done.
And then basically just a bunch of random shit. John Wick 4 got a sneak peek.
Boom.
Looked pretty cool.
Love
It's
it.
more John Wick. He's kicking ass with nunchucks.
I still gotta see 1, 2, and 3.
gotta see
I
2
hear
and
they're
3.
great.
1 is the best still. 2 is okay. 3 is also okay.
Have not seen
Okay.
3 or 3.
Okay.
Have not seen 3.
Keanu Reeves said he
Yeah.
will continue making John Wick movies as long as people enjoy John Wick movies. So
Forever.
get ready for John Wick number 38.
Oh boy, oh boy. That and there's a really dumb, probably bad movie trailer for Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, which this movie is probably gonna be bad.
It looks very bad, but it looks fun.
That's all you can say is that if it might be bad, but maybe it's fun.
It looks really, really bad, but it does
Yeah.
look fun.
One thing, this is probably the last thing because everything else is whatever. Unless Devin, do you have anything about Star Trek Picard? Because I know you're the only person that watched that show.
From my dad, who actually watched the whole second season, he said to only watch the first and last episodes because everything else was useless. So,
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
so I did that on YouTube.
Nice. And then last thing that I think we're all probably excited about. Avatar Studios, which we knew they were doing some Avatar stuff. Their first movie they're gonna do is gonna be about Aang and the gang. I'm fucking hyped.
I did really
Hell
want
yeah.
a Kyoshi movie. I'm not gonna lie, Kyoshi's a badass, but
Kyoshi would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Aang is still pretty cool.
So that the creators made these graphic novels that pick up the story like after the series ends. So maybe they'll do that. Like maybe it's going to be movies of those things.
Yeah, I wonder how old they're gonna be.
They claim they're gonna be young adults.
Young adult. Okay.
So I don't
Okay.
think that Aang's gonna have any children or anything yet, but it's gonna be kind of like I guess that 19 through 24 kind of age.
That sounds amazing.
I would love to see a fully
Mhm.
mastered Aang. That would be dope.
Yeah.
Honestly, just give me like we don't even need like any plot device. Like we don't even need an enemy. Just give me like the gang on like a road trip and they across the world. And they're just like, and the drama is just like, oh, you didn't order the ramen at this one store, and like, you forgot the tea, you dropped the tea. I'm okay with that. Like, let's just do it.
Just being
Let's
in the
have that
universe
be
and seeing those characters interact is amazing. One of my favorite
Yeah.
things.
I do wonder if they're gonna have to change the voice actors up or
Yeah, I wonder.
not.
I really missed every time Aang was on screen in Korra, I really missed like his voice. The different voice actor just didn't quite do it for me, you know. I mean,
Mhm.
I get he's like 20, 30 years older in that in those
Mhm.
scenes, but I don't know, it just wasn't sitting.
Yeah.
Also, I wonder if we're gonna see the death of what's his name, Mr. Boomerang himself.
Sokka,
yeah.
Mr. Boomerang.
He dies, and we never really see how or why, right?
Well, he dies in old age, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I don't remember what they say. I think they say in passing in that show, but I don't remember.
It'd be cool to get some closure with him because he just kind of it seemed like they just didn't want to.
I feel like Team Avatar all get like nice deaths. Like I don't think any of them died tragically.
They can't die tragically.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Qatar's the only one that was alive in Korra. Right?
Yeah, Qatar old as fuck.
And the blind one. What's her name?
Zuko's still there too.
I don't think Toph was alive.
Toph,
it was Toph's granddaughter.
No, Toph was in there in the very last season.
Oh, okay.
In the last
Toph was alive, too.
She was still grumpy.
But Katara, man, Katara's never gonna die. She's gonna be in that fridge down there in the South Pole. You just don't die.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, this is gonna be cool.
It's gonna be so much fun. That's pretty much Comic-Con, everyone. There's a lot of shit we missed, but also there's too much stuff.
Does anybody have any more questions about Lord of the Rings history?
I do, but I'm going to ask them off air.
I will chat with you for hours, but I will not do that to our listeners. I'm very interested, for sure. I love lore, but the show must go on.
I'm going to send you all a copy of the Silmarillion.
Absolutely not.
Or
give me the Spark Notes version.
Just watch the YouTube channel Nerd of the Ring. He's got you covered.
There you go. All right. That does it for our main/news talk of the week, everyone. Shall we move on to our final segment of the week, guys?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
But I'm switching it up.
Oh boy.
Because it is our 1 year anniversary.
Remix.
The podcast is a year old now. I thought we'd take this couple minutes of our free for all and kind of just like reflect on some stuff that we've done in the past year.
Mm-hmm.
So I've drawn up some categories of some award type things, some funny stuff.
No.
Ooh, I like this.
Awards.
And just like highlighting some of the funniest bits, and maybe in the future there is a clip show / a highlight reel of our best bits in the future for you listeners. Who knows? So one of the things that we like to do in this podcast is we like to add a little bit of a button at the end of most of our episodes if there's something funny that happens. And if you've listened past the credits, the ending song, you know what I'm talking about. And so here's some of the highlights, and I was trying to determine which is the best, but I might need your guys' help for this. Well, for one thing, starting at the very first episode with Devin not knowing what the format was and completely fucking it up.
Growing pains.
What did he do? I can't remember. I know it was hilarious.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very, very first episode of The Fourtress of...
The Matrix?
My name is Oscar.
Oh, fuck.
I will be...
I thought that was a cue.
I'm almost tempted to leave it there. So that's how Devin started the first episode, listeners.
Oh man, that was good. That was priceless. That made my fucking day.
And let's take a quick gander of how he ended that exact same episode. So yeah, thank you again, everyone, for listening. We really appreciate it. And that's it. That's the first episode. We did it. And thanks for joining us all here in the Fourtress of
The Matrix.
Hard cut.
Oh fuck! God damn it! I did it again.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't.
Impeccable comedic timing.
That was
we love it.
I didn't know we were just gonna stop it at the Fortress of. I thought every week we would just do the whole thing.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, so that was up for contention as one of the best buttons, and also because it happened to be in the very first episode. Another one that was up for contention was when Maggie left the podcast. I'm sick of being in this Fourtress. I want to go back to the Fourtress. Oh, all right.
Oh, Maggie
You'd have to actually leave Maggie now.
Come back.
Oh, she straight left. I forget you guys.
That was funny.
That was great. That was funny.
Have we had a guest on the show since then?
We need to bring
No,
another
that's
guest
why
in.
Maggie wins the best guest award, because there's only been one.
I'd like to thank the Academy, my parents for always being supportive, and my very close personal friend, Patty Jenkins. Please make the Star Wars movie that you promised you would. Please.
Yay, Maggie. Best guest.
It's been a whole year. We've had one guest. It's time to get another guest on here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's get Mr. Eyebrows up in this bitch.
Yo, Will Poulter, what's up? I'm sorry I called you eyebrows. That was disrespectful.
See who we can get.
I know we do nothing but make fun of people, and they were like, "Hey, you want to join us?"
Listen, that's part of the growing.
Your eyebrows, join us on the podcast.
The roast to love ratio. It's our love language here on the podcast. Is we roast you.
Yeah,
we love you.
It's true. That's how we.
If we had Will Poulter on, we literally would. I think the whole conversation would just be about his eyebrows. His facial expression.
I honestly don't see it. I have nothing against this.
It's because he grew up, bro. Now he's hot, and people like him.
No, yeah, Alex, you gotta look at his tween, years.
I did like We Are the Millers.
I'm telling you, you're not ugly. We're just poor.
like Jacob Taylor Lautner in Twilight 1. Okay, he had like long hair, and then he blew up in Twilight 2. Got a haircut, hit the gym. Man had a glow up.
All right, this is just another one that I like to bring up. I'm skipping around through these. This was during our episode 26, The Matrix Resurrections, hate fest that we had during that.
That movie was
rough. This is how we ended it.
They say
I hate it.
They say
I hate this movie.
They say
I hated it.
So apparently Alex, and I think I realized this, Alex was singing Hamilton during The Matrix Resurrections because homeboy King George is in it.
Oh, yeah.
Those are all the various times we all hated that.
Price that you're willing to.
That was my least favorite movie of 2021, I think.
Wow. Interesting. That's
what, Hamilton?
No,
Matrix,
not Hamilton.
Matrix.
Oh, right. I was just thinking about Hamilton.
What?
I mean, that movie and play is great. What did you not like about it?
Mm-hmm.
I already forgot about it in the 10 seconds that we just talked about.
That was so quick.
Like,
God, that movie
Hamilton?
sucked. God, that movie is so bad.
That was a good highlight.
was good.
Other just like ongoing things. Devin's Instagram saga. It continues to this day. It's one of the best bits. It started out with just Devin not knowing it. That's how it all began. I kind of forgot. I had to go back. He just didn't know what it was, and then it continued from there on.
I mean, now we know why he has so much real and fictional lore going on in there that he can't. There's no space for his Instagram handle.
I actually went at one point and looked up my Instagram and like figured it out, and then I forgot it again, and then I deleted the app. So.
At one point, I think it was like the first like 4 episodes. It was Devin not knowing it, and then there was the time his internet died on him. Yet he could still hear us, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect.
That was good.
The one time I was actually going to tell you guys the handle.
Yeah. So award for best ongoing bit is Devin's Instagram saga. It's the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's not connected to anything, and nothing matters.
Yeah, at one point Devin just goes, "Just don't follow me."
Use your time better somewhere else.
Brian also has an outro that's been an ongoing thing where he just says whatever the hell happens at the end of any episode. First of all, it started with put some shorts on, and then it turned into
put a coat on.
Put your coat on, and then it was get your 1099s done. At one point,
those taxes.
I hope y'all did it. Those taxes.
It's helpful.
It comes up quarterly. Come on, guys.
A man of the people.
I had to write some of these down. At one point in episode 19, Brian just goes, "Yeah, shorts, whatever the fuck." That's how he ended it.
I like when he talks about shorts.
I'm wearing shorts right now. I'm wearing little booty shorts. I'm looking like a
I had to realize because I didn't
here.
know what the origin of when he's saying put a coat on. It's cold out there was, but
it's
it happened
holidays.
it happened in the Maggie Wonder Woman episode because I was kicking her out of the Fourtress, and so I told her to put a coat on. It's cold out there because if listeners don't know,
Yikes.
the Fourtress of our name kind of it's a playoff of a very famous fortress, which is typically in a very cold place. So I think I just off the cuff said that, and then
Are we not going to name the fortress out of like copyright? What's happening?
I'm just gonna run it. Yeah, I'm just gonna run with it.
I like that.
I thought it was because we always say happy holidays because you never know when people are listening.
Yeah, that's also another piece.
My holidays are usually cold.
Every day is a holiday somewhere.
Yeah.
Boom.
Can't go off without mentioning Alex's Assassin's Creed rant. That is potentially one of the best bits I think we've ever heard from Alex.
Oh, and I'm just angry about how I hate the series of games. I still don't like them.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm not into it either. I don't get the draw.
It's the real life lore, Brian. The history.
I'm a little bit bitter because every year they look a little bit cooler, but I know that I do not have the time or the patience to play them, so I'm not going to. But a small part of me is kind of jealous, and I wish I had the time to know if it was going to be good or not. So I'm just mad.
And they only get bigger. I downloaded Valhalla, and then I was like, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't
Just
have time for
every
this.
Ubisoft game turns into checklist simulator. It turns into you look at the map, you see the icons, and you want to get them off your fucking map because they're ugly, they're annoying, and you hate them. Are you having fun? Absolutely not. You're having a terrible time, but you got to do it.
After like an hour, 2 hours, it's like just a chore. They're just chore games.
I'm tired of games
do all
doing
your
that.
chores.
I got through the tutorial and I was like, you know what?
That's all. That's
Let's
all
not
you
lie
need.
to
It's
ourselves.
not going to be fun anymore.
I think I just deleted it and then just went to play Rocket League. It's like, you know what? This is who I am now.
Oh, that's good.
Speaking of ongoing bits, it's just Devin talking about Rocket League as much as he can.
I swear no one else plays Rocket League. I've not heard anyone else ever speak of Rocket League outside of you.
Guys, right before I got on this to record, I was playing the training mode of Rocket League where you're like trying like trick shots.
Wait,
and
why
stuff.
are you still training? Haven't you
You can always
played
get
it?
better, man.
You gotta work
It's not
on
about the
your
game, it's
bro.
about practice.
You gotta
Okay.
Hey, you gotta be working on your game. Okay, they call me.
He's been
Cristiano
training for
Ronaldo.
like 6 years and hasn't played a game.
You know
yet.
what? I respect that. You got to always practice. It can't
gotta work
always
on
be
your craft.
about fun and games.
When
You're
we
right.
went and visited Oscar, we went and visited Devin. He did have me play Rocket League. We did play Rocket League. That was my second
Yeah.
time ever playing Rocket League.
Oh,
That game is too damn hard.
It
I
is
am
very
not gonna
hard.
play
That
it.
game takes a lot of skill. I will definitely.
It
give you
was
that.
it was rough.
the next time we're all in person, we have got to play this game called Gang Beasts with you. It was so much fun.
Yes.
It was like goofy. We'll tell
It
you
made
about
my
it sometime.
stomach hurt. It was so funny.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more saga. This is the Devin does Alex's outro for him because Alex is here. Saga.
Oh, I wasn't a fan of those.
What's up, guys? You can follow me at Alex is an alien on Instagram. I'm always putting up some cool pictures, and I play some
cool,
music.
Alex.
And I
Yeah,
put
you
up
could-
pictures of me and my wife and my dogs, and we're gonna have a great Halloween weekend. It's gonna be great.
Why is he getting roasted right now?
He's gonna be so mad.
I don't know why he makes you Ben Shapiro.
I sound like an idiot. Do I sound that stupid?
It sounds nothing like you, and I think that makes it so much better.
Do I
really-
do
yeah.
I have a problem with speaking? I need to see a speech coach. A speech coach? Maybe I do. God damn.
Oh no.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought
Figured
I
out
got
real
pretty
fast.
good.
Bravo, Devin. Devin wins the award of best impersonator.
Oh,
And
man.
then this was part 2. This was the confrontation.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Alex. You can follow me at Get the Fuck.
I forgot we never got the confrontation after.
I forgot that.
This fucking episode is over.
That's how. All right. Well,
Motherfucker
It was
trying to
better
beat
the first
me.
time I did it.
You can't beat me. You can't beat me.
oh,
That's
that was
good.
great.
That was
That's
good.
amazing.
Good times.
I'm glad
That
we
was
got to
good.
see the conclusion of that saga.
That took 3 episodes to get. Yeah,
It was a big arc for us. Yeah.
it was.
That was our King the Conqueror.
To many more funny moments being made. Here.
Here's to a
Here.
whole nother year ahead of us, guys.
Boom.
Absolutely. Last thing, we do a lot of singing on this show, apparently. So,
Oh.
best singing, gotta be. Devin knows the answer. We all know the answer. It's Brian singing Kate Bush.
And then and we're gonna go outside. And then and then and we're gonna go outside. And then and back when it is outside. And we're gonna go outside. And then I can make it do it, guy.
Oh no, it's so embarrassing.
Yeah, agree
Brian
with that.
is the winner,
Brian always does the songs the funniest.
hands down.
You gotta hit the high notes, guys. I don't.
It's like
I
a
don't know.
little,
Mhm.
but not only high. It's like also a little like shy girl's high. It's like.
I like how on Instagram he harmonized it. That was great.
Oh man.
Special shout outs to Brian singing the Sephiroth theme song at one point.
That was good.
I
That was
forgot
good.
about that one.
Shout out to Devin singing the entire Halo song throughout the ending of the episode at one point. We did a whole Attack on Titan bit at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
It's a lot of Brian and Devin. Devin sings the X-Men theme song, apparently. He also sang our outro theme. And Brian sang Fast and Furious. So,
Fast and Furious has a song.
If you know, you know, you know.
Yep, it was that one.
Tokyo.
It was
Fast and Furious.
Ding, 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 ding,
So
ding,
here's
ding,
some more singing throughout the next year.
Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift has a song.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Copy
Banger.
that.
Certified fresh.
Yeah, man. I'm just I want to thank the listeners for this next year. Thank you guys for this past year. I don't know if you guys have any memories or anything you want to share.
Oh man, I got many, but my favorite one, I still go back and listen to it sometimes, is our Star Wars draft episode when you guys by chance picked R2-D2. It was 3 R2-D2s against Darth Maul, and that shit was hilarious.
My character is R2-D2.
Yo, fuck. Okay, wait. My character is also R2-D2.
So is mine.
We got 2 R2-D2s here.
Yeah. We got 3 R2-D2s.
You picked R2 as well?
I picked R2-D2 as well.
I hope we do another draft episode soon, because those are really fun.
Yeah, that was quite
but
fun.
Only if nobody really tries to win. Only if you pick those fringe characters like R2-D2.
I'm still mad I lost R2-D2.
I'm still mad Devin picked Empire Logistics.
Yeah.
Man picked a bunch of people in an office. Fuck you.
Hey, man. They can get people to places, all right? That's how you win a war. That's really where wars are won and lost.
Well, yeah. That was, So thank you, everyone, for 1 year. Here's to another one.
Woo! Yes!
Yeah. Awesome.
That's me clapping my butt cheeks. Anywho. Please move on.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Too many more in the future.
That is the show, everyone.
Thank you, listeners.
We appreciate you listening.
Thank you, everybody.
You can email us at thefortressof@gmail.com. Fortress spelled FOUR. Feel free to email us any questions or feedback or recommendations, anything about in the future you want us to talk about, or anything like that. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at thefortressof and the Fortress of YouTube channel as well. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma, tell your cat. Thank you for a year. Thank you, Brian, for the art. Thank you, Alex, for the music. Devin, thank you for being here with your singing and all everything you do. And thank you, Jackie, for helping sound and edit. Keep it up. We appreciate you so much. You can find Brian on Instagram, at least at ITZ_, by the way. Alex, you find him at Peterson Films. Peterson spelled SEN. And Devin, I don't know where to find Devin.
You can find him out there somewhere.
You don't want it. I don't even have the app on my phone anymore.
Here's to another year of not having an Instagram, Devin.
Here.
Next week, Miss Marvel, maybe. And if we don't do it, we make no promises. So, yeah. And one more time, happy holidays, everyone. And put a coat on. It's cold out there.
It is 99 degrees right now. I'm literally sweating my dick off.
Unless you're in the UK, in which case you are having a historic.
Yeah, please, yeah.
We just bought a new AC unit. Thank God we did.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
I'm wearing clothes for the first time this week.
Thanks again.
That's not a lie.
We'll see you here next week in another episode of The Fortress of...
The Fortress of are a bunch of liars.